I'm Kwang,
And I'm PJ.
and we're from Harmony Public Schools.
Our PBL project is known as the Blue Bottle Experiment. In this experiment, we will measure and investigate the rate of reaction using methylene blue, a redox indicator. In our experiment, there are some safety measures that we must take. Because we are handling such a chemical, we must have our lab apron, our gloves, and our goggles. To measure it, we have our beakers, and the following video is an example of what happens.
To begin our blue bottle reaction, we will pour together 30 milliliters of dextrose solution and potassium hydroxide solution. After doing so, we will place 2 to 3 drops of a methylene blue solution. And then place a stop.
The following video demonstrates our reaction. Over the course of the experiment, we also have other materials that we use to test the reaction. First, we have our distilled water. Next, we have our beakers where we will measure the right amount. We have our blue redox indicator, which will be used inside of the reaction. We have our methylene blue, and finally, we have our potassium hydroxide. We also have a flask, but however, the flask right now is in use for the experiment. For our PBL project, we also have 2 components, our ELA and our social studies component. For my ELA component, I have chosen to do a history of oxygen atoms in today's life. My partner has decided to do a journal in which he describes the events as he progresses into his projects. In our social studies component, I have decided to do a history, and my partner has decided to work with me as well. The following is a video explaining both of our components.
The history of methylene blue all starts with a man known as Humphrey Davy, who first discovered potassium hydroxide. He then later on continued to discover the chemical formation of potassium hydroxide and what it leads into methylene blue. He then became known for the creation of the entire blue bottle reaction, as he was technically the father of it, as he discovered potassium hydroxide.
Thank you for watching Harmony Public Schools.